Howdy everyone, we have another Age of the Ring Season 1 cast on Aelin Varen. And unfortunately, it is a self-cast. It wasn't my choice. I am highlighting all the winners of the bracket. And Arcanyom, who won my bracket, the Sylvan League bracket. He got first place, I got second. And Arcanyom and I had a really great series, in my humble opinion. And Arcanyom said, pick a match from there. And I naturally did not pick the one I lost. I picked one that I won. Mainly because the one that I lost was basically just an Olokai Fort Rush, and I got stomped like a pancake in 15 minutes, and my precious Erebor was crushed. So I decided not to pick that one. I picked this one because there's a lot more back and forth, and who doesn't love to see elf-on-elf violence? Finally, after like 2 minutes of rambling, I will say that I, as Azaghal, am playing as Woodland Realm, and Arcanyom is playing as Rivendell, and going for that Dunedain start. The right choice, getting away from those filthy hobbits. And I am going to the tried and true Sylvan spam. So I went with the tree debuff. I know Vision's very valuable, but the elves, the Sylvan units, are so squishy. And this knockback and debuff they're both so useful that I tend to go with debuffing abilities instead. So I usually stick to tree and then feast, and then either the weather spell, which is my preference, or if there's a really big army clump, I can punish the hail of arrows. And then I almost always go into the stag, because that stag's armor buff is a very underrated part of its abilities. It is such a good ability. And here I am sending in my Sigilmathir, and they are going to get punished. They are not going to get anything done. The Dunedain cavalry are going to destroy them, and I'm going to weep. And Forge coming in, so I have seen that. I do know that upgrades are going to come, and that once the Dunedain get those arrows, the upgraded arrows, I will be in deep shit. So at that point, I will need Greenwoods if I have any hope at all of surviving. I have now seen the cavalry. I used the knockback to try and get this tree, and then for some reason I attacked the cavalry instead, hoping in vain to try to kill them while they're down. Does not work. And then I think I try to run around with the Silvans, and that also does not work.
We will protect the small folk
but at least I slowed them down a little bit with the tree debuff. Double Forge heading out in the middle here. And I have a builder who's about to get stomped by this warg. So a little creeping. I'm now resetting. I'm going for some creeping after upgrading my second Sylvan clearing. I've got one over here, one over here. So Sylvan spam coming in strong from me. And then Outriders coming in, turning right around when they see the pikes. Arcanyom doing a good job on the micro of the cavalry there. Some Dunedain upgraded to pikes and going for some early creeping as well. That's the biggest downside, I think, if you go with Rivendell and you go Dunedain start and do not get a Breland encampment, is these pikes are expensive, and then you're kind of leaving creep money on the table. Whereas I'm spamming my 300, monies Sylvan pikes, 300, 240 now with my many hunting shrines. I now get the 20% discount. I have bought my Costco membership. And I now get the bulk discount on Silvans. And I forget to kill the creep lair. Ay. Bummer. So, map control-wise, 250 out of 600 CP for Woodland Realm. And we've got the heal as the tier 1 pick for Rivendell. Rivendell ahead in map control, 174 out of 650 CP for them. But these Outriders are going to get stymied by my pikes. And I've got horse archers too, so when you see cavalry, get horse archers and pikes, because the horse archers will mow them down. They cannot be trampled. And then the pikes will also punish them with the advantage against horsemen. So I will secure this creep money. I have not yet lost a shrine, I believe. So things are going well so far. I forget to destroy this warg lair, and then I remembered See, this is my beginner mistake, is I tend to use Q and then just press an attack move, and then I forget to actually do the thing I set units to do. Because there's only one front in a whole map, right? Right? No, wrong. There's many different fronts. These Dunedain will escape. I think I do send the pikes after them, and they actually do get them eventually, if I remember correctly. Oh, nope. They're going to run right into these Dunedain and get shot down. Yep. Yep, that's sad. Halbrad is on the field. Great early... Oh, no, veterans of Osgiliath. So a nice tanky in-unit to help compensate for the Dunedain's squishiness. Excellent choice there from Arcanyom. Another forge! Goodness. Another forge?! Why so many forges? Oh, the upgrade discount, duh. And I do go for the signal fire. Not a bad idea to get vision on these nasty hobbits. I went with Tariel as my first hero. And I have upgrades coming in. I know that I'm going to be screwed if I don't get some kind of upgrades against Rivendell. But look at this trample. Look at that nice trample on these Dunedain. Oh, that was so good. I took out like 1.5 groups with just one cavalry. Now, the Dunedain do punish the cavalry trample. And Halbrad is in there too, so I have to run away immediately. But I certainly did get a nice trade there, because he got the shrine for 300, but I got roughly, what, 700-ish of units destroyed. And I went... That guy needs a banner and to replenish. And then I bring my army back to fight, and I have the vision, so I can tell when the enemy is getting closer to my lane over here. And I think I'm going to go down and capture this one also for the same reason. Now, these Dunedain are caught out in the open, and I think Halbrad will get away because Arcanyom will send these Dunedain to save Halbrad. But definitely, I spent a lot of time just chasing Halbrad around the map instead of going off to do other things like destroy this forge. So that's unfortunate for me. 510 out of 650 CP for me, 7 points in the spellbook, and 5 for Rivendell, 276 out of 750 CP. So map control definitely in Rivendell's favor, but it's a pretty close margin. Halbrad in the back there getting some nice volleys, but the cavalry archers coming in clutch for me, getting that nice, beautiful trample and eating the odds against the Dunedain that otherwise have even numbers against me and would have certainly won the day, if not for that nice trample. So Woodland Realm, I think, does a great job in answering cavalry and archer spam, because they have the horse archer and pike flexibility from the level 2 clearing. Once you get that upgrade, they do an excellent job punishing the squishy archers in the back line. But look at that, vets! Dormitory came in, I didn't even know it! And I'm about to get destroyed. Look at this! Oh my god. Veterans of the Last Alliance. So, Arcanyom played a similar trick as Mordor. I don't know why I didn't see it. So he rushed vets in this game and did a number on me. And then he rushed Olokai in the next one, and he won and crushed me. But given that I knew he rushed vets in this game, I should have put 2 and 2 together and thought, there's going to be something cheeky rushed in the next game, isn't there? And lo and behold, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together, and I lost the second game. But vets coming in and not even caring about the debuff. They're elite units. They're not going to get affected by the tree debuff. The Woodland Realm Feast is helping me a little bit with healing and staying in this fight, but it is barely enough to even punish these Vets of the Last Alliance. But he does have to retreat. He does not want to risk losing them or Halbrad. Those are both high. Oh, and look at that! Trapped by the Feast, and I got him in the back! I killed him against a tree like a vicious, brutal person. I forgot about that. That was not even intentional. I wish it was intentional. I was just repositioning the tree to just try to get more healing and take out this forge and this well. But I actually ended up trapping Halbrad against the tree and killing him. And I don't know how Arcanyom felt about that. I would have been very upset. Dunedain Outriders punishing me for leaving my base unprotected. I'm now spamming trebuchets to protect my production structures. Has not seen the Greenwood Barracks quite yet, but the second I saw that dormitory, or sorry, I saw the vets before I saw the dormitory. Always the order in which you want to see those things. I'll just be surprised by vets of the Last Alliance, which are now level 2. Oh god. So they're going to replenish even without the well. And then I run right into the mini meeting summon. Excellent placement and use of it by Arcanyom to defend this forge, level 2 forge. And I'm now firmly on the back foot. 260 out of 875 CP for Rivendell. And I am spamming my production right now. I'm trying to get my Greenwoods out. I've abandoned the Sylvan spam. I know the dormitory's out, and they've got vets. I know that my Sylvans are cooked. So I'm just getting a few units in the meanwhile until I can get these guys out in force. And these are going to be punished. Now they are. Now look at this. They're in the back, so these trebuchets are not going to hit them. But the second they try to hit a production structure, the trebuchets will punish them. So I've got some good base defense. I don't yet have the Sylvan archers on top, but I assume I will get that soon. So 5 points in the bank for Rivendell. 156 out of 950 CP for Rivendell. Arcanyom doing a great job counter-harassing against my attack in the base, expanding down the lanes. One thing he didn't do that I did, which I think helped turn the match in my favor, was I got the vision. I got the signal fires in each corner. So I can see this, and once I find a spare moment, I will send my whole army there instead of sending just one unit like I should. Tree debuff coming in, but not any point in fighting veterans of the Last Alliance under a well with basically nothing. I do have Legolas, who could try to snipe those vets, but it will be tough to kill them. I think I do try to get them. I know there's only 3 in that group, and I did try to send Legolas in there to get them, but did not work. So now I decided to change tacks. I go and hit the farms and try to get back map control, because 1,000 CP is too much CP for your opponent to have. And it's a very strong advantage over me with my 725 CP. I'm now getting my Greenwoods, my Pikes, against the Outriders first, and then the Greenwood Archers to help counter the Noldor. Geez, I was sweating when and then Glorfindel. Oh, God. I don't know how I pulled this match out. I guess we'll find out. But my Greenwood Vineyard is going to go down. Just almost level 2. Brutal. So Glorfindel rightly going out with the cavalry, providing them with, I believe, his level 1 leadership for those Rivendell Knights. He's going to punish this, but the Trebuchet is going to be hitting them. And I did just get my elite Pikes, so I'm going to get some free levels on them. I do also have Forged Blades, so upgrade for upgrade. We're both going upgrades now, and it is the late game. The late game has come early for this elf-on-elf violence. No more Dunedain. We are going elf-on-elf, well, after these guys die, elf-on-elf violence here. Legolas and Tariel bringing up the rear. Sylvan Archers immune to that trample. So it's so hard to let these die. They're such good units. I think it makes up very much for the fact that Sylvan's Woodland Realm does not have pike access from the barracks at level 1. Because these units are so hard to let die if they're microed even a little bit. And you know, what's the counter? You have Woodland Realm units that have no armor in the early game. What's the counter? Well, archers that are immune to trample is a counter. And then, speaking of counters, I got Woodland Realm, Woodland Feast coming in. And I don't know if Halbrand has come back yet, but we have a lot of Noldor archers. Oh god, those vets have such good range. And and Glorfindel going in way too deep. Dismounting, which is dangerous, but the archers will focus him down. Oh, what a misplay to send Glorfindel in that deep. That's 3k or so, I think, down the drain, unfortunately, for Arcanyom. But these pikes have me surrounded, so I need to make a hasty exit or I'm going to lose all of these. Vet's now level 3. God. I don't know why I stood there and fought for so long. There was no way I was coming out of that ahead. And I almost lose Tariel. I do not... Legolas was not focused, thankfully. But I am now very much... I've been on the back foot since those vets showed up, showing you the power of those late-game Rivendell units. And my Beorning Lodge is level 2. It has been noticed. Arcanyom rightly thinks I better take that out because the Berserkers could actually do some... wreak some havoc on my Noldor. I do try to trample here. Not terribly successful, but I do take out some of these units without much pike protection. They do have heavy armor. Help them stay alive against that crush damage. And I'm getting upgraded arrows. And I'm now waiting for those upgrades to come in before I make another move. But I also have a trump card. I have a little secret weapon, which is I'm getting my Sylvan Nobles. Many Meetings does come in, but too close to the fort, so they do get punished. He is going to get this Beorning Lodge. And just a lot of elf-on-elf violence here. The unit models in this game are so beautiful, but look at my Silvans coming in, getting that sweet trample. Lovely! And then I'm getting that shield, and I should pop the fear if I know what I'm doing. It doesn't look like I do. Use the Righteous Indignation. It's a level 2 fear. You get banners and you get a fear for $1,000. It's wonderful. Look at that. Boom! But at the exact same moment, Hall of Fire comes in. So Rivendell's not out of this yet. Again, a little too close to the fort. I think he forgot about the trebuchets, and that unfortunately will go down quickly. Tariel is going to die here, I think. Oh my god, there's amazing that she actually escaped that. So I think this was the thing that surprised Arcanyom, was the Sindar Nobles popping out, getting that much better trample. They do so much more crush than these guys, and I think that was a surprise. What are these Dunedain doing here? This is the late game, man. So they will go down pretty quickly. I've got Forge Blades, I've got arrows, I've got level 7 Legolas, trying to kill those last Alliance vets with this level 6 Piercing Shots ability that helps you ignore armor for 15 seconds. I'm now using my vision to go down the lane. Finally, it took me forever. I don't think I've built a farm for like 3 minutes, but I am rebuilding the Beorning Lodge, so there's that. Hall of Fire unfortunately wasted because it was too close to the fort. It would have been, if it was here, it would have been a much better, would have been out of the range, and who knows how long it would have lasted. 2nd Battalion of Sindar Nobles coming in. I do not have Gilded Guard yet. If I had any sense at all, I would get them to crush these vets. But we have, let's see here, Noldor coming in strong. Glorfindel's back on the field. Once Elrond hits the field, I would assume I'm screwed, but I'm not sure if he ever makes it onto the field. Finally, I'm getting my Greenwood Vineyards to get that bonus, to discount the elite units here. I think I build a 2nd Greenwood Barracks eventually, because I get worried about some kind of army delete, and then I build a 2nd barracks as guarantee about that. And I am going down the lanes and just harassing. Thanks again to that wonderful vision that I got from the signal fires. Now Arcanyom has the inn down here, so he has some vision also. Which I know... Oh, and the builder is going to go down over here, unfortunately, but I'm now just sweeping the map with my much faster elite cavalry. And I've got the pike protection to counter any cavalry response from Arcanyom. I think Arcanyom is sort of thinking, racking the brain and thinking, what should I do now? Maybe waiting for Elrond to come out? Now, what would have been a really good move is getting the White Council upgrade and then using the Lightning Strike on my units. And I did go for the Weather Spell for my Tier 3. Such a good Tier 3. Air Volley would be practically useless on these guys, I think, except maybe the archers. But I think the vision and range deleting is so much more powerful, and limiting the experience gain of these Noldor Also a very good idea. And also look at that lowered attack damage. Ugh, such a good weather spell. I'm now going for the druids, and I have an oak tree. I have 2 oak trees. I love getting that free eco, the 10 per tick, inflation-free 10 per tick. There's no Federal Reserve in Middle-earth. Inflation doesn't exist with oak trees. It's probably as Tolkien would have wanted. Who prints money for the trees? Anyway, that was a very bad who speaks for the trees joke, but my builder will go down. Oof! Brutal. And I don't know what's going on here. For some reason, I decided to creep his Warglare over here. And then I decide to come back and fight his army? I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, I'm going in. He's harassing my eco. I'm harassing his eco closer to his base. Okay, so I guess we're not going to see a big army clash, but look at all these elite Greenwoods. And the Horse Archer's still alive. It's so hard to kill. Such a good unit. And then he is coming back. I think I try to go for the well before he makes it back, and I do get the well. We've got many meetings ready. We've got the heal ready. Glorfindel leading the charge. Kind of unsafe. Glorfindel will probably go down. Tree does hit all the archers. Song of Finwë coming in. The terror coming in from my units. No terror resistance. No Elrond on the field. Greenwood soldiers. Elven Affinity. Oh my god. What a great clash. That's why I picked this match. I wanted to show you this clash right here, which was so good. The archers, look at the scattering that was done by the Sindar nobles. And I've got my tier 4 ready to go. I picked Horn of the Great Hunt of Orome. So I did that because I wanted to crush all these guys, these elite archers in the back. And look at that, they all just got deleted. So that, I think, is the one case where you would go for the Horn rather than for the Stag. The Stag gives you that armor buff, which I think is so good for, like, taking down a fort. But yeah, there's the delete. There's concession from Arcanyom. Well done winning the bracket, Arcanyom. I think I had a really great time in our series playing against you. And the elf on elf clash there, I think was my favorite, maybe my favorite game of the whole tournament. So thanks for that, and hope to see you in another league soon. And congrats on taking first place in the Sylvan bracket. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you all next time.